I went into foster care when I was 12 years old, and there's 9 years total. And for the majority of that, I stayed with Angela. I had a lot of mistrust towards a lot of people, but Angela was there through it all. She sort of worked with me. As I've got older, I genuinely don't think I would have trust for anyone if she hadn't sort of taught me how to trust, because we sort of kept building it up and introducing me to new people. And I trust people now. It takes perseverance. It takes someone who's willing to actually give it more than just a few weeks to settle in. But if you know you can like stand by someone for like that first year and help them get through it, and you can do it with kindness and compassion, then I'd say you've got what it takes, because that is, generally speaking, what it takes. I needed stability. Like, I've moved around a lot before going into care. I've been in more houses than I can actually remember. And I needed that stability of just one home with one person who was always going to be there, without people sort of wandering in and out all the time. Like, I still had, different people, different social workers and things like that, and doctors, but it was just one person in one home, and that didn't change. Like, it didn't matter what was going on in life, how crazy it felt. I knew at the end of the day I was going to that same home, the same woman looking after me, and it was just, it really sort of helped regulate everything going on in my life. She didn't judge, which might not sound very special, but like, I remember when I first moved in, she decorated the bedroom because she was told, hey, this 12-year-old girl coming to stay with you. And it was like all flowery and pink. I walked into that room and she sort of saw my face drop and she was like, we can change it. And I wanted Sonic the Hedgehog and Power Rangers, and there was no judgment. And she was like, okay, let's go get you Sonic the Hedgehog and Power Rangers. And it seems like such a simple thing, but like when someone just accepts you as who you are right from the beginning, it like it sort of creates its own special little bond, because it's like going forward, it's like, okay, I can tell this person anything. They're not gonna judge me for it, and it helps heal a lot of things. I feel like sometimes she was reading my mind, but it was really helpful, especially if I was struggling to sort of get across what I wanted to say. We'd just sort of sit and she'd listen, and sometimes we'd have to go away and come back. But if I had a problem, it could have been like the smallest problem, but to me it was like this huge deal. But she'd work with me on it and like, okay, let's figure out what we need to do here. Yeah, she was just there, which doesn't, again, it doesn't sound so impressive, but it really, really is. She was just there. She was always there. Hopefully big things, but no, I don't know. I just know that I'm really happy right now. So I suppose in the future, I just sort of want things to still be as good as they are. I think I'd like to see a future where I can start talking to more kids who are in care, who've had like a really good positive experience, who, like me, can say, no, they're not my foster family. This is just more family. Honestly, give it a go. I mean, it is true, it's not for everyone, but if you think that you can actually care, that's like you're 90% of the way there. If you can take someone in and care for them and treat them as your own, the hardest part's already done, and you can genuinely change a life. You can save a life, because I genuinely don't want to think where I'd be if I hadn't been with Angela. They are definitely out there in Sheffield. Like, Sheffield as a city is one of the friendliest I've it's filled with so many different types of people, so many different cultures and religions, and there's something there for everyone. Like every community, we can all come together and stand together. And I'm also saying it takes a village to raise a child. Sheffield's a pretty good village.